Hello everyone and welcome to today's class, and in this video we are going to be hitting on our new episode of JAMB repeated questions based on topic by topic and also possible questions that have been coming out over the years, and we also believe that these questions are going to come out in 2026. So with me here, these are the basic questions. So we are going to be hitting on 15 questions, likely questions that have been repeating in chemistry, and we are sure that they are going to come out in this 2026. And if you're just coming across my channel for the very first time, my name is Basi Ejogba, and in my channel I help students level up the academic game. So if you're looking for the perfect place to level up your academic game, then don't forget to hit on the red subscribe button so that you can continue getting updates anytime I will drop helpful videos like this, and in turn you will help me grow. So without wasting much time, we are going to be hitting on with the number one question here. It says, in which of the following processes is diffusion faster? In which of the following processes is diffusion faster? Now we have the first option here, which is what? Solid. The second option there is what? The liquid. The third option there is the gas, and the fourth option, that is option D, is the word colloid. First of all, we have what is known as what? The state of what? Matter, right? We have the solid state, we have the what? The liquid state, and we have the word gaseous state. And each of these states have their unique characteristics. Each of these states have their unique characteristics, and we know for sure that solids are compact. They have a definite shape. Then we talk about the liquid also, and the solid cannot be compressed. They cannot be compressed. We also talk about the liquid. We also say they cannot be easily compressed. But one thing about the liquid is that they take the shape of the container. So any container you put them in, they are going to take the shape of that container. Then also for the gaseous state, we say the gaseous state contains a high kinetic energy. So they are always in constant motion. And we know what diffusion is, right? Diffusion is the movement of particles from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. And I just say that the gaseous state is always in a state of continuous movement, right? So at this particular point in time, they are in a region of higher concentration, because they can easily be compressed. So they are in a region of higher concentration. So the gaseous state, the gas, is the is very fast when it comes to a process of diffusion. So which of the following processes is diffusion faster? The correct option there is option C, which is the gaseous state. The movement of gases is faster. In fact, diffusion is basically about gases, right? So gas is the one of the fastest diffusion process. We move ahead to talk about option 2. You see, option 2 says, question number 2 says, when zinc reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid, the gas evolve. That is, when zinc reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid, the gas that is being given off is A, oxygen, B, carbon dioxide, C, hydrogen, and D, nitrogen. Note, the first thing you have to note is that we have zinc. Zinc is a metal. So we have zinc, which is a metal, right? Plus hydrochloric acid. Just to say, when zinc reacts dilute hydrochloric acid, right? So at this particular point in time, says when zinc reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid, the gas evolved is A, oxygen, B, carbon dioxide, C, hydrogen, and D, nitrogen. First of all, this is one of the chemical reaction of acid. Acid reacts with a metal to give us hydrogen. Acid reacts with a metal to give us hydrogen, and in turn forming salt. And in turn is going to give us salt. So at this point in time, what we are going to be having here is zinc chloride. Plus hydrogen. Is zinc chloride plus hydrogen. So to balance this equation here, yes. So it's basically balance. So this is a metal reacting with an acid, giving us a salt, and hydrogen gas. So when you see a metal reacting with hydrochloric or any of the acid, the gas that is being given out is hydrogen. Please note that. So the correct option here is option C, which is hydrogen. Question number 3 says, which of the following substance will turn blue litmus paper red? Which of the following substance will turn a blue litmus paper what? Red. Now, first of all, we have two of these substances. We have what? Acid and what? We have what? A base. Acid and we have what? Base. Right? Which of the substance will turn blue litmus paper what? Red. First option there says sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is what? Sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is a base. We have ammonium hydroxide. We have ammonium what? Hydroxide. We have hydrochloric acid, that is HCl, and we have what? Sodium what? Carbonate. Right? So we have, we have what? We have sodium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide, we have hydrochloric acid, and we have what? Sodium what? Carbonate. The question says, which of the following will turn what? Substance will turn what? Blue litmus paper what? Red. We already know that the only substance that turns a blue litmus paper red is what? Acid. Acid turns blue litmus paper red, and a base turns what? Red litmus paper what? Blue. So which of the following substance will turn blue litmus paper what? Red. You get to check the option that is here. If you know that the only acid that we have here is what? Hydrochloric what? Acid. So hydrochloric acid will turn blue litmus paper what? Red. Right? So the correct option there is option what? C. Question number 4 says, elements in the same group of the periodic table have the same A, atomic number, B, mass number, C, number of shells, and D, number of what? Valence electrons. Elements in the same group of the periodic table have the same A, atomic number, B, mass number, C, number of shells, and D, number of what? Valence what? Electrons. Now, we are going to what? Take away option A and option what? B. Well, let's focus on number of shells and number of what? Valence what? Electrons, because that is where I am going to what? Draw a point so that you can get to know about this particular stuff. Now, when we talk about number of shells, it can be 1, 2, 3, right? This is what? A shell, right? Number of shells are associated, please note, number of shells are associated with what? Period. So you say number of shells equals to what? Period. And the valence electron equals to what? Group. And I know that a lot of people don't know what is valence what? Electron. Valence electron is a what? Electron that is found in the what? Outermost what? Shell. So let's assume we have 1, 2, what? 3. And we have what? Electrons here. The number of electron that is found, let's assume this is the what? Outermost what? Shell. The number of electron that is found in the what? Outermost what? Shell. The shell that is what? Outermost. That is what is known as a what? Valence what? Electrons. So elements in the same group of the periodic table have the same what? Number of what? Valence what? Electrons. You can also be part of my JAMB 2026 WhatsApp intensive classes. We run a class on Monday to Friday, where you also have access to a lot of study materials, and you also have access to my tutors. Chat me on WhatsApp anytime, any period of the day. I am going to respond as low as 5,000 naira. So if you are ready to level up, if you are ready to smash JAMB UTME in 2026, chat me up on WhatsApp on 070-6246-2746. I repeat, 070-6246-2746. Chat me up on WhatsApp and you get to be a member of this private class. We have question number 5. So question number 5 says, the subatomic particle that has no electrical what? Charge. Easy. First of all, we have the what? The atom, right? We have the what? Atom. And this atom is made up of what? Sub what? Particles. The first subparticle we have in an atom is the what? Proton. We have the neutron, and we have the what? Electron. So we have the proton, the neutron, and the what? The electron. The proton is positively charged, the electron is negatively charged, and the neutron has no what? Charge. So the neutron has no what? Charge. So the subatomic particle that has no electrical charge is the what? The neutron. Is a what? Neutron. Now note this is going to be very important. The combination of the proton and the neutron gives us what is known as what the nucleus, and they are found in the what the innermost part of the what atom. They are found in the innermost part of what the atom. So the ions are basically what electrical what charges, or ions are what charges. This charge can either be what positive, or it can either be what negative, right? So we have question number 6. Question number 6 says, which of the following methods is used to separate sand from what water? So when you put sand in water, which of the following method is used to separate the sand from what water? We have option A, which is evaporation. We have option B, filtration, and option C, which is what chromatography. Which of the following methods is used to separate sand from what water? The correct answer there is what filtration. Filtration is used to separate what insoluble what solute. Insoluble solute from what? Solvent. Insoluble solute from solvent, we use what is known as what? Filtration. Check out my video. I made a video on separation technique. That is when you can get to know about evaporation. I also get to know about what chromatography. But when you want to separate insoluble solute from what? Solvent, we use a separation technique that is known as what? Filtration. So sand and water is what? A perfect what? Example. We have question number 7. Question number 7 says, the reaction between an acid and a base produces the reaction between an acid. So let's say this is acid, hydrochloric acid, plus what? A base, sodium hydroxide, is going to produce A, salt only, B, water only, C, salt and water, and D, acid and what? Gas. So this is what? An acid and what? A base. This is what? A strong acid, and this is what is somewhat base. The reaction between an acid and a base is going to give us, so at this particular point in time, what we are going to be having here is, when you want to work on this equation, we have sodium chloride and we have what? H2O, right? We have sodium chloride and we have what? H2O. So this is what? Acid, a base, salt, and what? Water. So looking at the option there, the reaction between an acid and a base produces what? Salt and what? Water, which is what? Option what? C. The reaction between an acid and a base produces what? Salt and water. We have question number 8. Question number 8 says, which of the following is a noble what? Gas. A noble gas is what? A gas that has attained what? Stability, right? So which of the following is a noble what? Gas. We have what? Chlorine, we have what? Nitrogen, we have what? Neon, and we have what? Oxygen. The correct answer there is what? Neon. I've also made a video about this when I was talking about the what? Periodic what? Table. So make sure you subscribe and also check out that video where you can get to know why neon, out of what? The chlorine, the nitrogen, the neon, and the what? Oxygen. Among the four of them, why is it that only neon is the balanced what? Is a noble gas, which means that it is what? Balanced, right? So that is question number what? 8. Question number 9 says, increase in temperature causes the particles of matter to A, stop moving, B, move slowly, C, move faster, and D, disappear. When there are particles, let's say this is a container with what? Particles, and we increase the what? Temperature. What is going to happen there is that the particles are going to what? Move what? Faster. So looking at the option here, the correct option there is what? Option what? C, which is what? When you increase temperature, particles move what? Faster. Option 10 says, question number 10 says, the pH value of a strong acid is likely to be A, 1, B, 7, C, 9, and D, 12. The pH value of a strong what? Acid. So we have our, this is what? Our table, right? We have 14, and we have what? 1. So this is what? Neutral. This is our what? Neutral. And this is what? Highly basic. And here is what? Highly acidic. It goes this way and it goes this way. So when the pH value of a strong, when the pH value reduces from 7, 7 is the what? Neutral. In 7 is what? Neutral. So when it goes down, the more it goes down, the higher acidic what it becomes, and the more it goes up, the higher basic it becomes, right? So let's look at the option. The pH value of a strong acid is likely to be A, 1. So 1 is what actually what correct, because when it is 7 it is what neutral, and when it is more than 7, which is 9 and 12, it means that it is what basic. So the correct option there is option what A, which is what 1. Question number 11 says, which of the following processes is used in the refining of crude oil? In the what separation of what crude oil, in the refining of what crude oil, to give us what a simpler what constituent, which is the crude oil, we can have our petrol gas, we have our what kerosene, right? So which of the following processes is used in the refining of what crude oil? The correct answer there is what fractional what distillation. Fractional distillation is based on their what boiling what point. The refinery uses the concept of what the boiling point in order to get these different what materials which you can get from the what crude oil, which is the fuel, the kerosene, and the rest. So the correct option there is option B, which is what fractional what distillation. The next question there says the valency of elements in group 1 of the periodic table is A 0, B 1, C 2, and D what 7. The valency of elements in group 1 of the what periodic what table. Remember I talk about valence electron, and I say the valence electron is the what electron in the what outermost what shell. So the valency of elements in group 1 element simply have 1 electron. So the valency there is just what 1, which is what option what B. Then question number 13 says Brownian motion. Brownian motion is the what irregular movement of what particles in what an haphazard way. So the irregular movement of what particles in what an haphazard way is best observed in A, solid, B, gases, and C, colored. The correct option there is what gases. Brownian motion is best observed in what gases, irregular movement of what this what particles. Question number 14 says which of the following is what an alkali? Which of the following is what an alkali? We have HCl, we have H2SO for that tetrasulfate 6 acid, we have sodium hydroxide, and we have what ammonium what chloride. The correct answer there is what sodium what hydroxide. What is an alkali? Alkali is a base that can dissolve in what water. The base that can dissolve in water is what is known as what alkali. And sodium hydroxide here is what a strong what a base. It's a strong base which can dissolve in what water, right? So which of the following is what an alkali? The correct option there is what option what C, which is what sodium hydroxide. And the last question here says as one moves from left to right across a periodic table, atomic sizes what decreases. As you move from left to right across a periodic table, atomic size what decreases. I made a video about atomic what trend, so make sure you check out that video and see how you can benefit greatly from that video. If you love this and you want to also continue getting updates, because this is just for chemistry, there are a lot of questions also which we are working on them. We are trying to get these possible questions which have been repeating over the years. So we are going to be making it as a series both for chemistry and for biology. If you want to be getting updates like this, please don't forget to hit on the red subscribe button and also share this video to your friends so they can come here and get value. And in turn, I'll feel motivated to continue dropping videos like this. And until I see you in my next video, always remember that you are wonderful, always remember that you are unique, and always remember that you're a pace setter. I really love you. Thank you.